All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Stuart Anderson with Crown Council Live. It is November 9th. I had to check my date there. Time is flying. We're so grateful to be with you today. This is our weekly program where we connect with the membership and the community of the Crown Council. What an incredible community we are. The Crown Council Live here was born with the idea of how fun it is to connect our community every week, to tell the stories of what's going on, to connect with members, resource partners, live events, and everything that makes this great group of community. So I am grateful to be with you today. I am going to share my screen with just a few housekeeping items, a few things that we want to make sure that you are aware of. You are looking at my screen. This is crowncouncil.com. This is your hub for everything that you need to do to be part of this community and take care and use the resources that are available to you. When you log in, you'll see your picture right here. There's my picture. And the best place for you to go for all the tools and training that you need is the My Directory tab. Everybody's looks different, but this is what mine looks like. Today, I want to focus on our annual event 2026 in Salt Lake City. So inside this tab, you'll see all of the things that you need to have a successful event with us in Salt Lake City, including completing your RSVP form, which is very important. If you're signed up, we need to know who you are bringing. We will also need their cell phone number for notifications during the meeting, speakers, notifications, and all the material that we want to send you during the annual event. We'll continue down these little tabs here. Make your hotel reservations here. We have a block of rooms with a discount, so you'll want to use this link to make your hotel reservations. Another thing that we are encouraging everyone to do right now, and we focused on this a couple weeks ago on the live stream, recognizing your doctor, your team, and to be part of our awards night, also our lookup recognition night, a gala where we want to share the inspiring stories from the Crown Council membership. Rachel has listed all of these awards and different ideas that you could use to nominate your team and to recognize them. We know after all of our experience that recognition creates repeatability. So when a thing or a person or a behavior is recognized, that recognition creates more and more repeatability. So if you see things in your office that you want to continue to see happening, this is a great opportunity for you to recognize them. These are all of our fun suggestions. And then down at the very bottom, there's an opportunity for you to submit that recognition. All right, I'm just going to go back one more step to my portal, back to my directory. I want to just show you here the Premium Member Hub. This Premium Member Hub, I was reminded this morning that sometimes things that are this simple are sometimes lost. But in the Premium Member Hub, these are all of the tools for building your culture of success, and we are constantly updating. The Skill of the Week gets updated every week. The Mentor of the Month gets updated, obviously, every month. Our Powerful Team Meetings gets updated every month, and then our Expert Webinar is updated every month. So last week we did this, or 2 weeks ago, we did our Morning Huddles webinar, and here it is. Inside the Crown Council, this is the only place that you'll have access to the CE. So everyone that watches this and participates in any of the recorded webinars also has the opportunity for CE. One of the things that we always hear from our members is, how can I connect with other Crown Council members and share my patients, whether they're moving or they're on vacation? And that is right here. So inside the Premium Member Hub, when you scroll down, you can click here on Search Community Members. And this is a really easy way for you to, if you know the zip code 84124, and you can adjust the how many miles out it is, and it'll give you all the people here inside that radius who are Crown Council members to choose from, talk to, connect with. So really easy. All right. We're grateful for everybody to join us today live. So I'll just make a quick explanation. When we do Crown Council Live, we also connect with our TOPS coaches. So our TOPS coaches are out and about with Crown Council members all the time. And I created our Best of Coaches Corner today. These are some of the best, most kind of the funnest, I don't know if that's a word, but the best and most fun interviews we've done with some of the Crown Council members around the country. So I'm going to play those today for you. Our first one is with Dr. Craig Barrows, and he'll make an introduction, but he's been a member of the Crown Council since 2013, and Chris Taconis is with him. So let me share my screen, share my sound, and then we'll watch this little interview, 10 minutes long with Dr. Craig Barrows. Hi, welcome to the Crown Council live stream. Stuart Anderson here, and joining us for our Coach's Corner. That's what I'm calling it, Chris. Is that good? Coach's Corner?
I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So total patient service coach Chris Taconis out in the field doing her coaching. We're grateful to have Dr. Craig Barrows with us. Craig, we are grateful to have you on. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. And will you please introduce your lovely assistant here? I don't know her name. Sorry.
Better than us too.
This is my right hand, Cheryl.
Right hand, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, welcome to the live stream.
Yeah.
She's the office manager that makes it happen.
Oh, nice.
Dr. Barrows look even better than he already is.
Very good, Cheryl. So the point of this is just so everybody knows who's watching. There are Crown Council and total patient service coaches out working every day. They're out in different practices. They're out coaching and working. And I thought it would be fun to highlight who they are with, what they are coaching, and just some of the things that are happening now in relation to coaching teams and what doctors and team members and Chris specifically is seeing that you guys are working on. And I thought that would be fun to share with everybody. So with that, what are you guys working on?
Well, you might hear a lot of noise in the background. That's the team getting along and having fun because we're here together. Dr. Barrows has invested 2 days to get the team re-immersed. And we worked on the culture yesterday. We worked on really looking at how they can improve themselves, as well as areas of the practices that are strengths and weaknesses, opportunities, and even threats with setting goals. And today we're going to embark on digging deeper into DISC and how to apply it with patients, because that's what you asked for.
Yes. That's
what we
good. It's all about
so Dr. Barrows is in Arizona, Yuma, Arizona. And just a little bit of background here. I mean, you guys, I'm looking at some Crown Council dashboard numbers, raised almost $50,000 for Smiles for Life. Woohoo! We've had you at the annual event for starting at the Crown Council annual event, the 19th annual event. You guys are a huge part of everything that we do. Maybe, Dr. Barrows, you could share just a little bit about your practice, what you guys are like, and just so everybody kind of gets an idea of who you are.
My practice is a general practice. Yuma, Arizona is a town of about 100,000 population. We double in size in the wintertime from the folks from up north coming down. So we have a little bit of uniqueness there. But we're a general dental practice. I do bread and butter dentistry. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I just do great dentistry. I try to do great dentistry. I have the best team ever, thanks to Chris.
You're a doer.
So I don't do anything unique. We just do it. We do a few things really well, and we focus on what we want to do. We're not all over the place. We focus on doing good general dentistry and do it really well.
Very cool. Cheryl, was that an accurate description of what's happening?
Tell the truth.
Amazing.
Cheryl.
He does a lot more than just bread and butter dentistry. But he does invest a lot into his team and making sure we're the best that we can be to provide, for our patients.
Very cool.
And can I brag a little bit?
Yeah, brag. Yes.
So we've TOPS, our whole organization, we have worked with this guy for many, many years, not because he hasn't gotten it. It's because he's really worked hard on his top skills, his systems, his culture, and his practice. Cheryl being his right hand woman in the practice and making sure that all of those goals and the vision that he has is followed through with. And he has built just an amazing practice here where he's been able to expand. He's been able to serve patients in his community with dentures needed in this community because they've been going over the border for that. And instead, Dr. Barrows has been able to treat patients so that they get the right treatment. And I just love the fact that his biggest goal is to always invest in the team to make sure that we not only work in the business, but that he works on the business by having
Nice.
everybody get together and work through just a lot of different skills and verbal skills. But ultimately, he won't brag about it, but he's really expanded his practice, and it's fun to come here and see how much they've grown.
Very good.
Stuart, if I could say something that
Yeah,
I might be talking to other dentists. Is that correct?
you are. Yeah, the membership of the Crown Council. Yeah.
Got to know your audience, right? But the one thing I can tell you is, if we use it's football season sports analogy, is that when a team wins the Super Bowl, the last thing they do is fire the coach or fire the quarterback.
Mm.
The whole fan base says, dear God, please let's re-sign the coach and re-sign the quarterback and do this again next year. And at one point in my life, I had some, we'll call them some coaches, consultants, if you will, and we kind of got together for a year and we had success. And then I didn't rehire the coach. Dead stop. That's the phrase I hear now. So when
Dramatic pause.
Yeah. Yeah. You notice. Okay. And so then when I met Chris and Steve and the Tops team, and I went, okay, this is different. This is different than I've been successful in the past, and then I made a change and didn't like the result. This is different. So I decided when I was successful, let's just say after my first year, I wanted to do it again. And what the result was, I rehired the coach, if you will, if you consider me the quarterback. Actually, I don't know that I'm the quarterback. The quarterback is staying. He calls the plays. I'm the running back. I just carry the ball. So my point is I have my coach, and they're not going anywhere because I'm not successful without my coach. Why would I want to win the Super Bowl and break up the team? Now, in football, we know that's what happens because all the players go get more money to go play for another team. But my analogy is, I've got the best coach. I've got the best quarterback. I just take the football and run with it. And every year, I thought I would repeat year one with year two, but year two got bigger and better. And then year three got bigger and better. And I'm blown away after 4 or 5 years that I've been with Chris. Whenever I have a concern, the little voice in my head is, what would Chris do? What would Chris do? And then Cheryl goes, can I call her? Can you email her? And so now so now they communicate, and Chris tells me,
nice.
Cheryl tells me what Chris said, and so it's just amazing. It's not about dentistry, it's about relationships with patients. And when you win the Super Bowl, you don't get rid of the coach. You lock them into a contract, or you lock them into the future, because that's what the season ticket holders, they want to come back next year and win. And if you break up the team, or it's a temporary team, you have temporary customers.
Sounds like we need some bracelets made, Chris, some WWCD. What would Chris do bracelets?
I don't know how popular those would be, but
I'll order a box.
That's so good. Hey, maybe one last question before I let you guys go. I know you're working on things, but what has been the biggest challenge in the last year for your team? What have you guys really worked on?
Our culture. I think our culture is the biggest thing at the practice, and implementing all the different, personalities and everything else. You've got to meet them where they're at and then just grow who they are. And eventually we just get the team that we have, which is amazing. Thanks to Chris.
Nice.
Retaining team members long term.
Yeah.
There's a positive and a negative to everything. And when you grow, we always have some turnover in the practice as everybody's life changes and they move to different scenarios. But you also might need to add some team members. And so adding new team members, the culture then is just as important when you're replacing a team member as when you're adding a brand new one. And when you get that core culture, your team members love the culture. And when you bring in a new team member, the challenge is making sure that you get them instill the culture into them, and so that everything just continues to grow. And once that happens, it's exponential, the growth. You're just looking for another team member.
Nice.
To fit
As
the
you
culture.
would always say, getting the right members on the bus, the right team members on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
True.
Hey, well, you guys are all stars. Grateful to follow your lead. I know there's a lot of Crown Council docs that look to you and your practice, and just thankful. So thanks, guys.
We're happy to
Thank
do it.
you.
Hey, guys, we'll see you soon. Salt Lake City's coming.
Yes.
We'll be there.
All right, we'll see you soon. Okay,
Bye.
thanks. Bye. All right, welcome to the Crown Council. All right, very good. All right, that was number one. Super grateful for that little interview. The thing that's so fun about it is when those coaches are in those practices, it actually is quite a bit of coordinating and a lot of time to get those doctors to do those fun little interviews. So I'm grateful for the community who's always willing to share and be part of Crown Council Live. I've got 4 more, so we'll just kind of watch the time. This next one is with Darcy Wilson, and Darcy connected with me and Dr. Patel at Dynamic Smile Center. They'll introduce themselves in Orlando. They've been a member since 2016. So let me share my screen, make sure I'm sharing my audio, and then I'll play the little interview. 11 minutes. Hey, Darcy, who are you with?
I am with Dr. Patel at Dynamic Smiles Design, and this is Roshan, her husband and office manager.
Nice. Well, we're grateful to have you guys on the live stream. We are obviously, if you don't know, we're connecting with our TOPS practice advisors, our coaches. Once a week, we go out and find them on the road in the practices of Crown Council members, and we're grateful to connect. You guys are working hard. It's a Friday today, so you guys are out. Are you working hard, or what's going on? What are you working on?
Yeah, we're working hard.
Nice.
That's how we make this work hard.
Very cool. What do you guys?
Absolutely. We had team training today on
Nice.
Friday, their day off, so doctor makes them come in, and we went ahead and did a laser-like focus on their training schedule. Believe it or not, the team found $51,000 they can add over the next 2 weeks.
No way. Doing what? Can you be more specific?
Yeah, help us out. What did they find?
We just found unscheduled treatment for patients that are scheduled over the next couple of weeks, whether it's hygiene or a smaller procedure, and just check down on intel and do a bit of
veneers.
research on there.
Was a whole veneer case that we also missed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we went a little deeper. So we had a patient coming in that invested in a smile makeover, yet didn't say yes. And so we found out that he was presented with a full $81,000 treatment plan. And we really broke it down. What's within his budget? What matters most, right? All these key skills. So we
Nice.
actually revamped their treatment plan presentation based off of today's training.
What a day, man.
Yes. Very
Hey.
productive, very helpful.
Very cool. Before we get too far into a couple more questions, Dr. Patel, would you talk a little bit about your practice, just a little history, where you are, the size of the practice, and just give everybody a little background?
Yeah, so my
Okay.
practice, it's been more than a year and a half now since I moved from Tampa to Orlando, and we took over this amazing boutique dental practice, and absolutely love it. We're carrying on the culture and improving it and making it a very exceptional way to practice dentistry in a
Nice.
very boutique way, which is very nice. Our staff is not too big. We have 5 operatories. I have 2 hygienists. I have 2 assistants and 3 office staff, including my wonderful husband.
Man.
Up front. So it's very tight knit. And our patients, we have a lot of patients that have been with the practice for over 20 years now
Wow. Good for
that
you
are still
guys.
with us, which is pretty amazing.
Did you miss anything, Roshan?
No, I think she did an excellent job of explaining who we are, red carpet, dental,
Yeah.
boutique,
Yeah.
go above and beyond for everybody.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Darcy, when you started working with the practice, what were some things that stood out to you that sets them apart from other practices in the area?
Well, their hunger and their drive, to be honest, they purchased the practice in January of 2022, and the fear of not being able to match what was, right? The fear of failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy. When I came on, we had a 50% turnover
Turnover.
at that point. And then we
Yeah.
just actually did the math and realized 80% of the team
Yeah.
left. So we had to rebuild the culture, not lose
Mhm.
any patients, and still have profitability for a new business practice. And that was why TOPS was brought in to support the
Yes.
last year.
Nice.
And
You
it's
know,
been the
we
best thing that we did.
we talk a lot about rebuilding a culture or training a culture. Dr. Patel, what are some of the things that you've done that you could share with other Crown Council members that help a team design a great culture?
In my opinion, it's all of my team members. What we value is number one is their presence and making sure that their voice is heard. This is not a practice where I tell you to do something, it's done. We have regular team meetings where when we have something to talk about, we talk about it as a team. When we implement changes and when we make improvements, we talk about it as a team to make sure that everybody is on board, that everybody has a say, and that it makes sense for
Nice.
us so that we can implement it in the right way and to make sure that it does not falter from our culture.
That's great. Very good. Roshan, when you think back about some of your best clients, some of your best patients,
Mhm.
what do you provide to them that brings them back, that keeps them coming to your practice?
First and foremost, every patient we know by name, we know about their family, we know about their lives outside of just being a patient. You know, and a patient isn't a number for us. They're more than that. And I think that brings a lot, the red carpet feel. People are paying a premium for customer service and things like that at the moment. It's really tapered off quite a bit across the board in that I've seen over the past couple of years, but we really try to enforce that and make sure that the customers know that we set ourselves apart by going above and beyond and making sure they're not.
Nice.
They actually ask their patients after their hygiene visit if they want warm water, so room temperature water, cold water, vanilla milkshake, or a chocolate milkshake.
Oh man,
And then they just added vegan options.
come on.
I swear, who else does that?
I don't know anyone that does that. That's awesome. I love that.
Exactly. So again, it's not just the red carpet feel, they implement it in everything they do.
Very
Which
cool.
was easily why patients still choose to come here, even through the transition of ownership.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
This question's for anybody, not challenging or anything, but maybe a little more different. If you were to look back on the last year, what challenges have you guys faced? And then how did you what advice would you give for somebody that is maybe facing that same challenge? How'd you come out of it?
So we've had some tough times. I feel that when we took over, a lot of our team members, it was not aligning with our culture, and for the reason of it being that we did not see eye to eye with the standard of care, or when we brought up that this is not our standard of care. It was uncomfortable conversations, but I feel that making sure that you stick to it and do not conform to what you believe is very, very important. Yes, you will have turnover, but do not be afraid of it, because it's not the end of the world. It really is not. And you will find somebody that aligns with your goals and with your standard of care and education for the work that you do, because at the end of it, that's what counts for us to give quality service to our patients and to make sure that they have the best education about their oral health, and to make sure that they leave with the most exceptional treatment. That's what counts. That's every single one of our team members believes that. We eat, live, breathe it. So that's very, very important. And I can tell you that our team is amazing. What we have built is pretty awesome.
Nice. Darcy,
and it's very hard to find, but you will find it.
What a great leader. Great. Yeah, go ahead, Roshan.
Just to piggyback on that, whoever started the ball rolling on that, for at least for me, and I think Doc as well, was this,
Yes,
Darcy.
100%.
I remember I was even scared to do I'd done interviews before, but nothing in the medical field, and sitting there and watching Darcy
Mhm.
have these phone calls, the questions she asked from there, it set me up for so much success when it came to how to interview. And I can tell you the first hire to the past couple of hires, I've improved along the process, and it's really helped us put together an awesome team just by asking the questions she taught us to ask.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really able there to help support them when a
100%.
team member gave them an ultimatum.
Yep.
I walked Dr. Patel through how to ensure she was protected if the team member chose to leave. And then onboarding, and then our wildly important goal over the last 12 weeks was retention. And we nailed it by retaining 100% of the newest team.
Was there something that you changed? Was anything different with retention? Yep.
Yeah, remember, it was the 360 culture review.
Culture,
Yes.
yeah, 100% culture.
Nice.
So
Very
I made
cool.
sure they established their ideal practice philosophy, vision, right? And then they tied it to the 360 culture review, which you get at TOPS. That way everyone knows the expectation moving forward. And so they stay aligned to that.
I love that. Very good. All right. Well, what's in store? What's coming next? Any
They're crushing it. They got
What's next?
double increase year over year, double in productions and collections.
That's the goal, or is that what's happening?
No, the goal is to maintain it and to thrive. So we're actually going to go ahead and have laser-like focus in their periodontal hygiene program. And we want to increase that by 3 to 5% over the next 90 days.
Nice.
So they can continue to feed Dr. Patel with her smile makeovers.
True underachievers here. You guys are you need to pick it up here. You guys are awesome. This is so fun to, I mean, meeting with offices across the United States. Sometimes you just forget how special the true leaders of dentistry are, you know, setting the standards for others to follow. So it's really fun to meet. I would come work for this practice. I'm ready to
Thank you.
sign me up, man.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm here.
Anything else before we wrap up? Any other parting words of wisdom?
Thank you for having us.
Definitely.
Yes,
We're-
thank you so much.
Excited to be a part of Crown Council family.
Mhm.
And I'm actually talking to Dr. Patel and her team about the smile makeovers and how next year may look different because we do whitening here and how they can really give it back to their local charity of choice.
We'd love to have you as part of Smiles for Life. That'd be great.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, it was great to meet you both. Thanks for being on, spending a few minutes. It'll be fun to share this with the rest of the group. So thank you.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Stuart.
much, Stuart.
Okay, guys, have a great day.
You
All
too.
right.
All right, what a great interview. Grateful for Dr. Patel and the time she spent sharing, the time they both spent sharing with us about some of the things that are happening in their practice. One thing that is a common theme on Crown Council Live is how important it is in no matter what aspect of life that we're participating in to have a coach, someone on the outside that has some better perspective, whether it's a finance coach or a coach for your practice culture or the way that the practice runs. All great teams have an incredible coach, and usually that comes from the outside. So fun to be with them. Our next interview is with Dr. Jeff Roy. This is from a year ago, Halloween time, and this was with Dr. Jeff Roy, his team, and Tanya Bailey. So I'll share my screen and we'll watch this. This is a little longer, 15-minute. This is the whole team here. So I'll share this with you. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Crown Council Live Stream. This is Coach's Corner. Tanya Bailey, how are you?
I'm well. How about you?
I am very good. It is Halloween, although we will be playing this on Thursday of this week, but happy Halloween. We have to do some context as to why Dr. Jeff Roy is dressed like are you Uncle Fester or are you a monk? Like, what is it?
Yes, Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester. Very good. Very creative. We're grateful. This is part of the live program where we connect with one of our Crown Council members and one of our TOPS coaches, hear what they're working on, and to just check in to see challenges that they're facing as well as the good things that are happening in the practice. Tanya, do you want to introduce us to where you are today?
Yes, I would love to. So I'm sure
Okay.
everybody recognizes Dr. Jeff Roy from 21st Century Dental and his two associate doctor, Dr. Batesman and Dr. Bristow. And I could run through the whole team, but this is the amazing 21st Century Dental team behind them.
Very
We are-
fun. And who decorated the practice? It looks good.
Say that again.
Who decorated the practice? Man,
They transformed the break
That's-
room.
will tomorrow you guys transition into Christmas, or what will happen?
Thanksgiving first.
Very cool. Tanya, can you tell us a little bit about the practice, where you are located, and then how long you've been working with them, the size, stuff like that?
Yeah, I would love to. So
Okay.
I've had the honor and privilege of working with 21st Century Dental here in Irving, Texas for about 13 years now. And one of the, I think, probably most unique things about this practice that I've experienced is the just continual quest for excellence. And that's actually one of the things we were working on today. They would be, well, we are in the backyard of the Texas Rangers, who just won their second game in the
Yes.
World Series. So we're just in. So we're only 4 days away from them being the World Series champions, right?
Nice.
And
Nice.
so we were talking about some of those similar characteristics of championship teams, and that getting to the top is one piece of it, and staying at the top is another. And that's what I think is so unique about this team, is as we've worked with them over the years, every single year they just get better and better, and it gets harder and harder to be there, right? So we spent the morning really working on what we call the common denominator of success, which is really focusing in on doing all the things that failures don't like to do. So we made some really great lists of just all the little things. In fact, Lisa, if I can shout her out, called it all the million little things.
Okay.
And so that's the game plan today, is working on the million little things that make 21st Century Dental the best.
Can we hear some of them?
You may. Who's got the list?
Lisa, your list.
I mean, everything from, we do milkshakes and cookies but soft drinks, coffee, blankets, laughing gas, Vaseline on your lips if you want, a blanket if you're cold, just a million little things. There's things we were talking about today that we do and even did before the pandemic that we forgot about. So, and that was a lot about what we were talking about, is focusing on those things that we do well and being consistent in our delivery with them, with all patients, not selectively, moving forward.
Nice. Yeah, I've been listening to that classic Atomic Habits book, and it starts off that first chapter with all of the things that the British cycle team started to do, of marginal gains, that 1% difference that they make to change how that entire team started to work. It is real. A million little things is, I don't think it works any other way, right? It's not like you. That's how it works. That's awesome. Tanya, what else? What else are you guys working on in the last year? Any challenges that this team has faced that they've worked on and you could share?
Yeah, I would love to. So, we're always measuring results. We're always looking at metrics. And last year, the team went through some changes as far as some of the business structure that affects things like tax ID numbers and MPI numbers. And that kind of threw a wrench into the whole process of billing insurance and accepting assignment of benefits and actually making sure that checks showed up here. And so that just has been a huge challenge, because they see a lot of patients. They lost a long-term team member that unfortunately passed away, who was a big part of that process. And so this team's ability to come together and rise above and make things happen has been phenomenal. And so we're kind of at the tail end of that objective, to get all of that cleaned up and straightened up and keep those systems chugging along the way they need to. So big shout out to them for persevering through those challenges.
Nice. Hey, if you didn't know, you should. Everyone that's paying attention and listening, this team has donated over $160,000 to the Smiles for Life whitening campaign since 2012. Ooh. Yeah, last year $15,975 to Smiles for Life whitening. I want this is a question for doctors or team members. Can you talk a little bit about one, how are you successful at Smiles for Life? And two, if you can answer either one, why do you do it? Why is this an important part of your practice?
I can address the important part. I mean,
Okay.
part of who we are as a practice is being charitable. And I know years ago at one of the Crown Council annual events, it was a guy from Austin, I forget his name, but he was responsible for all these slogans, but he really drove in the point of, not just doing good things, but also letting your patient base know about it, because they want to follow or exchange business with people that are like-minded with them. So it's not that we didn't do things, but we didn't always feel good about telling people we did things. And so this brings in the patients, really they're doing it as well. So, and then the team is actually who does it, because our team are the ones that they sit down with the patients and deliver the experience. So.
Nice. Anybody else want to answer why you do it?
To make a difference.
You gotta talk louder.
To make a difference in someone else's life.
Very cool. And is there anything that specifically you're doing as a team? Just so you know, so did I cut somebody off?
I just told them this is the quietest they've been all.
Yeah, all good. That's all. Is there anything that you guys do that you could share with other Crown Council teams that are doing Smiles for Life? I mean, if you didn't know, you are the top 1% of offices that donate here. So what are you doing specifically that you could share with other practices to help make their whitening campaign just as successful?
We have a wall that has Smiles for Life in big bold letters that has all of our plaques and recognitions from Crown Council. And it says, we've donated over X amount in whitening since 2000, whatever the date is. So that sparks a conversation as patients are getting their, especially new patient tour. Like, what the heck is Smiles for Life? And look at all these plaques and everything going on, what's going on. And so that is a conversation starter.
Very cool.
But other than that, nothing super creative. I mean, we whiten tea, then we accept the money and give it to you guys. It's like you do it and it goes to here.
As silly and funny as it sounds, it is the one piece of advice I give every office. I say, you have to ask your patients if they want to have whitening if you expect them to get it done. So that's, yeah, very good. Tanya, what else? Is there anything else that this team does for their culture that you could share that other teams could emulate or follow that you've seen that they do?
Well, I was just sitting here thinking like it would be so amazing to really just take you on a tour of practice, because their culture isn't just something they talk about at the morning meeting or at a team meeting, but like I'm looking around the walls right now and you guys can't see it, but maybe I can pick the computer up. I mean, they have all of the culture guide framed and put on the wall over there. Right above, behind the TV that we're looking at, they have their purpose, which is to create happy paying patients who repeat and refer and pay more than it costs to serve. Dr. Bristow mentioned their Smiles for Life wall. And if you go down to the front of the office, they have a huge piece that has their whole vision statement on. And one of Lisa on the team was sharing when she interviewed here and she read that, she knew it was the place that she wanted to come work.
Nice.
What I think is really spectacular is they don't just, talk about it in a team meeting behind closed doors, but their culture is visible all up and down the hall. And in the way the team communicates and interacts, not only with the patient, but really with each other every single day.
I love that. Anybody else want to add to that?
Well, we breathe it, we live it, it is who we are, and we enjoy it. So when you definitely enjoy it, you're gonna bring a whole different kind of energy to it.
Great. Anybody else?
It matters to us. Each one of us has formed like a bond in some type of way to where the patients can see and feel the team the family, the comfort, the love that we have for each other and for what we do. And that just kind of translates over. And as far as like the Smiles for Life, I think the key is it matters to us. And then when you give a patient an opportunity to help, I think people want to help more than they are allowed to, but never given the opportunity to. So we just give them the opportunity to help.
That's awesome. Is there anyone else? Tanya's looking back.
We're gonna be in so
Open
much
eyeballs,
trouble
I mean,
after this.
They're acting all shy. They're no.
So back to the culture we were talking earlier about, patients commenting on team members seem to be having a good time, you know, like it spills out in the hallway and around the corner. I mean, we don't have doors on the ops. So, you know, laughter down the hallway is kind of the, you know, what we feel here. And, you know, what, it's not something we're trying to do to fool somebody. We're actually, for the most part, having a good time.
With the occasional correction.
Very cool. Well, Crown Council looks to this practice in so many ways. You guys are leaders and examples to this group. And I think that that's a huge credit to the doctors. The example that you set, it starts from the top with how you treat your patients and each other. And it's just, I'm grateful for our relationship and thankful for what I've learned from this team over the years, especially just interacting at the annual event and watching how you serve your patients. So, Tanya, anything else before we wrap up?
Well, I think one thing, you know, I do have doctors and teams asking all the time, like, how do they, you know, how do they create an environment and a culture where people are looking forward to coming to the annual event? And I think one thing that they did this year that I thought was really cool, you know, they determined, you know, what was the number that the practice could take to the annual event in Austin in January. And then they created an opportunity for people, the team members, to write an essay or a letter for why they would like to attend the annual event. And so from that, Dr. Roy and a leadership team, you know, chose the people that are going to get to attend this year. And I think I love that idea because you want to take people to the annual event that want to be there. So having a way to make it fun and exciting and create that desire to be there and to grow and want to be poured into is huge. So that would be
great
something
idea.
I would suggest would be a little pearl that Dr. Roy could share, you know, with other practice owners.
Really smart. Great. Very good. Okay, get back to work. We've taken too much time, Tanya. You guys are, I bet you're busy here. I bet you got Halloween cupcakes to eat.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave the video on so you can see how loud they're gonna be.
Ooh, yeah. You know what
Okay.
We always do over unders on how many times Tanya's gonna have to say, coming in.
Tanya, I do think we should organize one time. All I can think about is that, you guys remember that Janet Jackson music video where the guy's walking around for like 5 minutes with the camera, just like point? That's what I envision you walking around this practice with that laptop, just stumbly. We should do it one week. We got to do it.
Gotta do it. Let's schedule it. I'll be back.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Grateful to share with you. Thankful for this team. You guys are awesome. Okay, bye, Tanya. Thanks.
Bye.
What an incredible team. Still a year later, super grateful for that Jeff Roy team and all that they bring to the Crown Council, their example, their membership, their Smiles for Life contribution. So grateful for them. Thankful to remember that great interview we had with them. I've got one more. I thought maybe we'd have time for two more, but I'll just do one. The Dr. Brittany McKinley Holloway group. So this is an incredible group. This is another time that Tanya joined us, but they are out of Shelbyville, Michigan, and have been a member since 2019, always at the annual event, huge contributors to Smiles for Life. I'll share my screen here, 13-minute interview. Super grateful to remember this interview with them. All right, welcome to the live stream, Tanya. Grateful to have Tanya joining us live. Tanya, welcome to Coach's Corner. Where are you today?
Oh my gosh, I am in Shelby Township, Michigan with the amazing team of McKinley Holloway Legacy Dental and
Awesome.
Dr. Brittany Holloway.
You guys, welcome. Tanya does the best job making sure that everyone is in the, you guys look great in the camera there. Very good. What are you guys working on today, Tanya? What's going on?
So I'm so glad you asked. We have had a great 2 days. Yesterday, we did some great patient care. And this morning, we have been having a fun time doing our That's Fantastic game.
Whoa.
As well as, yes, and that's just a teaser. You'll have to have me in the practice to find out what that means. But we have been revisiting the importance of culture and the culture guide. And then we just spent some time this morning looking at something amazing this practice has accomplished. A little over a year ago, they made a decision to move away from being restricted with Delta Dental. And we are just celebrating the results from that, of the minimal loss of patients, and then how to continue to work in the practice and invite patients to return, keep the retention up, and then just all the systems and verbal skills that go along with making that happen every single day.
Very cool. Hi, Brittany. Could you introduce your practice a little bit, where you guys are, and maybe just a short history of who you are and how the practice runs?
Sure. We're in Shelby Township, Michigan, which is a little outside of Detroit. This is my team. We have 3 hygienists and a handful of assistants and front team office. A little bit about me and in the practice. I started dentistry in 2011. Joined my dad in practice at that point. So he and I had practiced together since then. And we've been with Tanya for the last 4 years or so. And our intention was to really grow and to be better and to do better as a practice. And we've really been nailing that, I think, as a team who really appreciates personal growth. That's been a real fun opportunity for everybody involved. So we've been going through a lot of changes over the last year. As Tanya said, we dropped Delta Dental. Shortly on the heels after that, we lost Dr. McKinley. So we've been going through a lot of change in our practice. And then we've recently also dropped Blue Cross Blue Shield. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just excited to continue to move forward and to continue to do what we do.
Nice.
A different way. So we're going through a lot of different challenges. So
Very good.
all good stuff though.
Good. Team members, did she miss anything?
Name change. Oh yeah. Yes, we did go through a name change, obviously. So that I think Tanya touched on that. It's McKinley Holloway Legacy Dentistry to honor Dad and my long family history of dentistry in our family. So
Nice.
but
And
Are there more dentists in the family?
there are there are. Dad had a lot of brothers that were dentists. I am the only grandchild so far. But his dad was a dentist. My grandfather and grandpa's 2 brothers too. But we have 56-ish cousins. And so far, I'm the only one that's followed in those footsteps. There might be one more coming down the tube, so we'll see.
Very cool. If you were at the annual event, anybody watching, you remember we did honor Dr. McKinley on stage for his legacy and example and leadership in the Crown Council, which I loved. It was kind of the kickoff to the whole awards night. So it was very cool to have you guys there. You've been faithful annual event attenders for the last 4 years, and we're just super grateful I was grateful to honor your team and have you guys on stage when we were together here in Salt Lake. So very cool.
Thank you.
Tanya, what else? What can we talk about?
Well, I think one of the coolest things that just recently happened is Dr. Holloway and then Blake, who is office manager extraordinaire and happens to be her brother. It is a family practice. And then there are 3 hygienists just joined us at Leadership Academy this past weekend.
Oh, nice.
In Dallas. And Teaser will be doing that again in October. So hopefully everybody can attend. But one of the things we talked about this morning was just all the big takeaways from the spirit of masterminding. And the biggest, I think, takeaways that I heard from the hygiene team especially wasn't so much what they heard from on stage, but that opportunity to interact with their peers and with their colleagues in the true spirit of the mastermind. So I think that's been really rewarding from what I understand.
Yes.
And their hygiene team also participates in the Crown Council mastermind meetings
Nice.
every month. So
Very cool.
I think one of the things that I noticed that really sets their practice apart is that their engagement level in all things learning and growth is just at the highest levels. And not just with TOPS and Crown Council, but with clinical training and beyond. They just really set the bar high. And I'm really proud of them for that.
Very cool. Maybe we could hear from a couple of the team members something that is happening or that you are doing in your practice that just either wows your patients or is an incredible part of your patient service that other teams could learn from. Is there somebody that would be willing to share?
So one of our favorite things that we have in the practice now isn't, and I assume that most practices have a treasure chest for the kids that's got, bouncy balls and
Yes.
stickers and things like that. Well, we have what we call our grown-up treasure chest.
Whoa.
So there are like drink, like what do you call those things? Tumblers, brewmates, there's some board games in there. There happens to be some bottles of alcohol in there, movie tickets. So
Free foot massage certificates.
that's the idea.
Nice.
So our patients that we truly adore, we actually have a token of gratitude that we also give to them. And that's in honor of my dad too. So we gift them the token of gratitude, and then they have the opportunity to exchange the token of gratitude from something in the grown-up prize box. So that's been a lot
Very
of fun.
cool. Great idea. Awesome.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And if
Anything
I
else?
could just add one thing that I love about this practice, for many years, everybody at the Crown Council has heard Steve Anderson talk about what's the best thing that happened yesterday. And this team really embraced that idea. And then they added to it, and they added in the gratitude component, which is what happened yesterday with our patients or in our practice that we have gratitude towards, and where can we show gratitude today? And I think that that's really powerful. In fact, it reminds me, Stuart, of
Mhm.
you,
Oh,
because in our team meeting series many years ago, you do an intro to a speaker, and at the end of it, you challenge everybody to make a list of all the things that they're grateful for.
yeah. Very good. Is that where, Tanya, where does the team share the gratitude? Where do you guys, is that is that something that you do every day that's planned or weekly? Can you talk about that?
It's part of our mom.
Okay.
So it's something that we identify, yeah, every day. Everybody
Nice.
has a hand in it and a part in it, and then we share the results of that the following day,
Nice.
along
Great.
with our reviews and referrals. We kind of tie it in with some of that reporting. So,
Very good.
and there's guidelines that they have to make.
Yeah.
They have to meet. I mean, we like to show gratitude to a lot of people, but the ones that are worthy of the token, they have stricter criteria.
Everyone giggles. Okay, what are they?
Gratitude boundaries.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the guidelines?
Donna, you kind of.
They keep their appointments. They honor our time if they need to make a change in their appointment. They've been loyal to the practice. They allow us to make mistakes and we preserve the relationship. We talk it through and they still stay with us rather than putting demands on the relationship. They pay their bill happily. Yes, that's important. They complete their treatment that's recommended. And they refer. Yes.
Wow. Great list.
One
Very
thing I
good.
like about the token of gratitude, especially the word picture of the token, is there's two sides of the token. So we have on one side the patient who's meeting all those requirements for the token of gratitude, or what we would consider the ideal patient. And on the other side, we have the patient that has the opportunity, or we can develop that relationship to make them the more ideal patient or train them to be the more ideal patient. So we have both things happening, acknowledging the patients that are already there and developing our relationships with the patients that need a little training.
Very smart. Fantastic idea. Very fun to share. Thank you. Tanya, anything else before we wrap up?
I think we could be on here all day, Stuart.
I do too. I do want to ask one question. Oftentimes, if the team could be honest, oftentimes in the Crown Council community, there's a really great opportunity to teach the doctors what they're doing that is working, whether it's communication or teamwork or some. Can I hear from the team when you look at your doctor, what is one thing that other doctors could do, or doctors that in the Crown Council might learn from your doctor, things that are happening that make your team so successful?
Yes.
Yes, great question. I think I really affirm Dr. Holloway, her continued seeking for knowledge, continuing to grow and hone her skill set. She's already an amazing clinician, but I think the continuing ed that she seeks out and the technology she brings to our practice helps her grow as a provider, but also helps our patients fulfill their treatment needs as well.
Yeah. Also, she really supports all of us in caring for the patients. She takes the time to get to know them. She finds out what really matters to them, as well as all of us. We definitely try and put intention on that. And I think that just makes the experience so much better for the patient, because they're not just a number, they're a person.
I love that. Very good. All right. Well, one last thing before I let you guys go. My extreme gratitude for the work you did last year with Smiles for Life. This team raised over $12,000 for Smiles for Life. It was really fun to honor you at the annual event. But could you talk about that for 1 minute? What are you guys hoping to accomplish for Smiles for Life? And why was it such a huge part of your practice?
We love Smiles for Life because whitening is something that everybody wants. So to have an opportunity to deliver a service that every patient wants, and also by doing good at the same time, was something that we were really excited about. So we set the goal high last year and we achieved our goal. We've set the goal even higher this year. So we're working toward that goal. So still got about 60 days left of Smiles for Life.
Yeah,
something like that. So,
and can you talk about Neighbors United? How'd you pick your local charity?
So yeah, absolutely. Neighbors United is actually a charity that a lot of people in the area know about because news has covered it. The director of that charity every year does a walk across the state where he's a firefighter, and he puts on all the firefighter gear and walks across the state to raise money for charity. Wow. And he also, gives money to families of first responders and just any need that he becomes aware of in the community that needs access to resources. So we've really loved working with Neighbors United and all the work that they do here in Macomb County, Michigan.
And he's your patient, right?
He is our patient, yes.
Nice. Great partner. Great choice. Very good. Okay. Get back to work. Very good. Thank you, Tanya.
All right. Thanks for having us. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us today, Crown Council Live. Hopefully you learned a lot of great nuggets in there from so many incredible Crown Council teams. I'm going to share my screen one more time. I know that the TOPS coaches and the Total Patient Service team is always here to help serve and be with Crown Council members. It's incredible to work with these coaches. This is their totalpatientservice.com website. Very easy to navigate to. Seminars, coaching services, very easy to connect with the TOPS team. If you want to coach or even just want to communicate with a coach to ask questions about things that they can help with, systems that you're interested in implementing, this is a great way to do it, to connect with these coaches. They've got a chat feature down here in the bottom and information on the website. So Grateful to share some of those things today, some of the great Crown Council teams and coaches and advice. Next week we will be back. We're obviously here every Thursday at 11 o'clock Mountain Time for an hour-long program connecting with the Crown Council community. So thanks for being with us today, and we'll be back next week. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.